Oh my Lord, is that Cam? Does Cam have a camera pointing at him and is he actually shooting a video? Well, I sure as shit am. Here's why. I finally reordered boxes. We've been in dire need of them. We've always printed and shipped in our own boxes. It's been something we've done forever. But over the course of the last 2 years, my priorities have just shifted. And I've been spending more time with software development and then just, I don't know, man. My development and the branding specifically within the print shop itself have just, I mean, they've taken a back seat. That's the reality. Dude, I'm just walking all over the shop, fucking talking to my camera. Now that the software is getting lined out, I feel like it's time to at least start putting some focus back on the print shop. So that's what we're doing today. I got myself a couple different size boxes. These are like your standard shirt boxes, like 22 by 16 by 16. These are for 72 piece orders and above. And then these two stacks of boxes are smaller. These are sized to where you can have 2 towers of folded shirts sitting side by side. I need to come into my Monument logos and I need to find, I need the one that actually has the official trademark and all that shit. Now before I actually commit to size, check out the box. So this is 22 inches long. So I figure if we have a logo that is 16 inches wide, that'll fill up the majority of this front face. It should look, it'll look pretty sharp. All right, now let's get our placement. I'm just gonna try to decide if I have the squeegee that is wide enough to handle this, which I do. That means that we can print this facing forward so it'll just be easier to position it. I mean, for me, it's the placement on this is pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna throw it about 2 inches lower than I normally would. I'm just gonna use a 200. For me, I just prefer printing through lower mesh screens when it comes to water-based stuff. The water in my pre-soak tank is looking, I want to call it trifling. Definitely trifling. Changed out and filled up higher. Some trifling ass water. Trifling ass cart too. Look at this thing, man. Anywhere you touch this, anywhere you touch it, you get shit on your hands. All right, I'm waiting for that screen to dry. Yeah, I gotta tell you though, it's been, you know, I'm going at a very, like, I'm vibrating at a high frequency right now, and it's just like, I have all these things that I want to do, not just with the software, but within the industry and within my life. And as soon as I felt like the software was actually in the home stretch and it was gonna get done, it's like, I feel like I finally, 6 years, whatever, however many, I don't even know how long I've been in business anymore, but however long, I feel like I've put the building blocks in place that will allow not only me, but us as a community to go to these places that I envision us going in the future over the course of the next 5 and 10 years. So I'm excited because I feel like for a long time it was a pipe dream. I can see it, I can envision it, I know that it's all coming together. So I'm excited, very, very excited. It's not to say it's gonna happen fast, because nothing in my life happens quickly, but I do think finally the things that I want to build are going to happen at some point. It's very cool, man. It's strange, right? How when you feel stuck or when you're not sure what your next move is, you can find it difficult to have motivation, and you can also just find it difficult to be in a positive frame of mind. But set some things up and things start going your way, it's much easier to get yourself into that positive mindset. Another thing I want to make note of on that is because I'm almost anti-hustle, self-help. I'm into it. I like that shit. I liked it more in my 20s. Now it just starts to feel like rhetoric, right? Everybody's just regurgitating the same shit. I get irritated when people say things like, "Oh, you just got to stay positive. Oh, you just got to hustle," because it's just not the way life works. When things are going well, you tend to be more positive than when things are going poorly. But the people, the tough ones, the ones that have grit, even if they feel like shit, which everybody does, so if you try to tell me that you're positive all the time, I believe 100% that you lie not only to everyone around you, but you also lie to yourself. Because no one's positive 100% of the time. It's just not the way they work. It's just not the way things work, and you can go to hell. The ones that, in my opinion, that seem to get things done and just complete projects and things like that are the ones that even when they're feeling like shit, still have the grit to move through it. Maybe momentum slows. Maybe they don't go at the pace that they were going when they're full of energy, but they grind through it. And if you're a person that's thinking about starting something or that's getting ready to start something, just remember that you're not always going to be positive. You're not always going to be motivated. And it's cool. And that's just the way shit is, man. So imagine it like this. When you come up with a new idea, a new plan, a new concept, and you've decided you're going to push through with it, oftentimes you'll find when you start it, you have a very large sledgehammer, and you're able to swing hard, and you're driving down on the projects and the tasks, and you're slamming them, and you're getting big chunks of things done right away. But you'll always get to a point where the things are harder, things are getting more difficult, the sledgehammer's not cutting it, and you kind of hit a wall. And during that time, it can often feel, you can often feel like stopping and just setting all the tools down and not working at all. But the ones that'll make it through, even if they can't swing the sledgehammer because it's becoming ineffective, they may find that just sometimes taking a nice little handheld pickaxe and tinking on it and just going and just doing something at least keeps the momentum moving forward. And then eventually, as you're tinking, because you're low energy and you feel like shit, but you're tinking a little bit, a couple tinks, tink, somewhere along the line, your energy levels go up a little bit and you bust that sledgehammer back out and you start cranking. And you crank. And because you were tinking on it with those little things, you did weaken the surface and you fucking break through. That's life, baby. That's all it is. But can you keep tinking when you don't feel like it? Tink. Sometimes you don't have you just don't got this. But sometimes you can muster this until you're ready to. Yo, what's up, dude? I'm vlogging and you busted. That was the FedEx guy. I got busted talking to myself. Well, I got busted talking to you guys. It's funny when you're doing this, you can look to an outsider watching you, talk to nobody. You look 100% certifiably insane. Do I need to go back over that point? Do I need to take a second pass at it? I think you guys get the point. As long as you keep doing something when your motivation is down, they don't have to be huge swings. Little tinks, they get you through it. And I would like to truly apologize for that bullshit ass self-help moment, but you know what it is? It's like when I do these things, it's actually, although I'm allowing you guys to view it, I'm really talking to myself. And these are reminders and and I hate to use this word, and I'm going to be angry at myself the second that it comes out of my mouth, but these affirmations, they help you set in stone some of the things that you need to keep moving. I mean, we're all just so hard on ourselves, right? And we think that everything is so important and everything is just this detrimental shit. And if we're not doing this, that, and the other thing, then we're failing in life. But that's just simply not the point, man. Whether you are Jeff Bezos, Amazon, yeah. Whether you're Jeff Bezos or you're a gutter scraping bum, it really doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum, because a gutter scraping bum has his own things that he's dealing with, and Jeff Bezos has his own things that he's dealing with. And they really, all, as a collective, they all come together to create, our civilization, or the human species as a whole. And I mean, admittedly, we're all one, right? And we all share a piece of the same energy, of the same thing. But individually, just as a part of this whole, we're each in our own world, and one is not relevant to the other. So we can't, I think that this is the problem with society, especially with social media, which is why I haven't been logging into really any of it for a long time. It is because it creates this sense that this keeping up with the Joneses on steroids, man. And we're all dealing with it. But what that person's doing doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter. I'm saying this to you guys, but really, I'm speaking to myself. Affirmations. I used it again. I understand if you unsubscribe from this channel because I used that fucking word. Because if I were watching your channel and you used the word affirmations 2, now 3 times, I would unsubscribe from your shit too. Let's get back to setting this job up. Okay, it's Print Fam question time. What is your favorite, most useful piece of equipment in your shop, excluding your actual press? What do you find that you use the most? Let me know in the comments of this video. Also, make sure to hit the thumbs up, or if you hate the video, hit the thumbs down. I don't care. They both help raise the status of this video. So thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Make sure to leave a comment. Back to the video. Gonna pick what the best cotton. Like, I don't know if this will work. This might be too high of a temperature for that cardboard. Once this dryer gets up to temp, I will run one of these through there and see if it catches on fire. Wouldn't that be just a real shit? My brand new dryer, I test out running some cardboard through it at 320 degrees and it catches fire. Can you imagine? Respect the dryer, bro. Respect the new equipment. Respect it. Respect the new equipment. I'm still waiting on what the hell do you call this shit, man? The duct work so that I can actually ventilate this thing out the front. Did a discharge job the other day. Almost killed us. I was hiding out comfortably in my office and the fumes still almost killed me. What I'm doing now is actually just finding my centers so that it's easier to set this thing up. Print and on to the next one. Before I get started, I'm gonna run this here cardboard through to make sure nothing burning. Way too hot, dude. That's way too hot. So I'm gonna create a new program here for paper. Almost for no reason, I'll usually put a light coat of silicone on the bottom of my screens. I mean, I found that it helps if you have to wipe buildup off the bottoms. It helps prevent sticking. It helps prevent ink from sticking into the fibers because you've added a nice little layer of silicone to the threads. There's just a lot of reasons why I use it, and I think it's awesome. I'm gonna wait for Jesse to get here tomorrow. I'll still do the print, but he's gonna catch them and stack them on the floor over there, or catch them, bring them back to me so I can do the other side. Bottom line, you need 2 people to get this done efficiently. The hair looks crazy. Hair looks crazy. Looks like a 2-piece. Or a toupee, not a 2-piece. Alrighty. I got my trusty sidekick. It's the next day. Got my trusty sidekick, Mr. Suarez, right here. And we're gonna print some boxes. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna work this out. I don't know if we're gonna run them through the dryer or if we're just gonna hand them off to him and have him stage them up over here, but we're gonna get started. Here we go. To my surprise, after these things are, this is acrylic water base, so hey man, let's get it together. After these come out of the dryer, they're dry. So we don't have to like stand them upright. We're able to stack them on top of each other. At the end of this, I'll show you what inks we're using. So you need to make a new pile because I didn't grab all of them. Okay, I'm gonna have Jesse do the hard stuff, which is cleaning up my screen, while I talk to you guys. So, what do we need to cover? Did the boxes, both sides. We were fortunate enough to have newly acquired a 36-inch wide belt, so we were able to put the boxes through the tunnel. If you don't have that, you could easily grab a box as it comes out, open it up a little, sit it like that to dry, and just keep doing that, stack them side by side. And it'd be all good. You could do as many as you needed to, as long as you had the space. This is the ink that we used. It's a water-based black from Matsui. I mean, technically it's made for fabrics, but it's just an acrylic ink. So we've used it many times before on paper products, and it works like a charm. I've got ink on my hands, and now I have ink on my camera. Dude, I just fuck it. That was my fault though. I touched it on the lid. Okay. So yeah, you can definitely use the Matsui water-based stick. This is just not going well. Not going well at all. Anyway, the Matsui black will work wonders on paper, especially on these cardboard boxes. And it seems the really cool thing about that ink is it sets really fast. So I wouldn't hesitate to use any of their acrylics on any paper product. We're gonna actually have Jesse Martinez, who's the Matsui rep, on a live show. And I'm gonna confirm with him if that is common practice to use their acrylics on paper or if he advises against it. I obviously did it this time. I don't know if it's advisable. Seems okay. We got this stack down. This is the smaller stack. Then we have this stack we need to do. This stack we need to do. But with these smaller stacks, I'm gonna do the twofer where it has the symbol on the back side and then the logo on the front like I did here back in the day, which means we need a longer screen so we can put the symbol here and then the word mark here. I gotta set that up. May or may not get to that today because there are other more pressing issues that Jesse is working on, which are client jobs, extremely important. Now, we've always branded our boxes, but as I get older, I think I become more and more eco-conscious, and I'm like just more aware of the footprint and the impact that I have on the environment. Before I go into this, I just want to say something about it. If being sustainable is important to you, which it should be, especially as a responsible shop owner, like I'm sitting in a hole, then printing boxes or taking the boxes that you have and ultimately trashing them is very wasteful, and it's not sustainable. What our plan is that we order from S&S, so they bulk package multiple orders. We try to get everything in 1 or 2 shipments if possible for the week. So what ends up happening for us is we're always short on boxes. So this is something that we're doing because we need it. Now there are going to be some caveats as to when we'll use our boxes and when we'll use stock or when we'll reuse boxes. Ultimately, we will always reuse boxes on large orders. Anything that's, the local contractor and stuff where they don't care, man, they just pull a shirt and use it. Those will get the existing boxes, they'll get recycled, and we'll just put the monument boxes into jobs for clothing brands and things like that want a little bit more of a premium finished product. You know what I mean? So certain clients will get them, certain clients won't. We will still be sustainable. And we will be getting our branding out there, which is extremely important, right? And I feel like for my shop, for Monument Limited, last couple years, we've been slacking on the branding game. So it's time to step it up. We've wrapped that bad boy up. I got work to do, like admin stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. One little side note. I got on the gear, all of our new Anatol equipment, all the big red stuff. Dude, Between that beautiful, consistent 3-phase ceramic dryer, our killer flash, and that monster beast of a screen printing press that holds perfect registration, we have got a manual screen printing monster on our hands, man. It's beautiful. I have always bootstrapped, built, bought used, and it's sometimes it's necessary in the beginning, but when you can finally get brand new and get equipment that works the way it's supposed to, it's game changing. Setups are easier. There's less hustle and bustle and fussing with different little things that most of you are probably used to every day of your life because you're using used crappy equipment. When you have new stuff, there's a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning just to figure out how it works, but once you get it, dude, it's just smooth sailing. So if you can, when you can, and if you can, try to go new. Especially with like with dryers and flashes and stuff like that, man. Because those things are always, that dryer, man, a crappy dryer always gives you problems. Anyway, that's it for me today, Print Fam. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ding the bell so that you're notified when we upload. Also leave a comment. Say, what's happening, Print Fam? It's your boy Cam. Or actually say, what's happening, Cam? It's another Print Fam member. Something in the comments. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, peace out.